came unstuck. When asked how much it would cost on LBC this morning, Labour's Shadow Home Secretary floundered.
If we recruit the 10,000 police men and women over a 4-year period, we believe it'll be about £300,000.
£300,000 for
Sorry,
10,000 police officers? What are you paying them?
No, I mean, sorry.
How much will they cost?
They will cost... It will cost about £80 million.
Given another chance to get her figures right, she again appeared confused.
80 million divided by 10,000 equals 8,000. So, what are these police officers going to be paid?
We will be paying them the average...
Has this been thought through?
Of course it's been thought through.
Diane Abbott, would you like to clarify how much it will cost for your policing policy?
From 2021 to 2022, it will cost £300 million a year.
Why did you
get the figures so wrong? Why are you not on top of your brief?
I'm completely on top of my brief. I misspoke this morning. It was the 6th interview out of 7.
Are you not embarrassed by this? You want to be the Home Secretary.
I did 7 interviews. 1 I misspoke.
Her leader, Jeremy Corbyn, also denied that one was an embarrassment.
We've corrected the figure and it will be absolutely clear now, today and in the manifesto. I'm not embarrassed in the slightest.
Diane Abbott wants to work here as Home Secretary. She says she will reverse Conservative cuts of 20,000 police officers and pay for it with savings made by not going ahead with cuts to capital gains tax. It might well have been applauded and should have been Labour's day.
I mean, I think she was suggesting you could employ a police officer for £8,000 a head. I think she needs to go and have another look at her figures. But if I can just say this, I mean, people are laughing at this, but actually this is very serious. Diane Abbott wants to be Home Secretary in our country.
Labour wanted to steer the campaign onto more familiar territory today. The question is, how much damage to their credibility have they done in the process? Emily Morgan, News at 10.
And our political editor, Robert Peston, joins me now. Robert, focus on Labour today, and we were going to talk about that and the Tories, but you've got a story in the last couple of minutes.
Yes, that's right. Well, it's another big day in these Brexit negotiations. Tomorrow, Michel Barnier, the main EU Brexit negotiator, publishing the detailed mandate for the negotiations. Now, one of the things that he'll do is lay out the framework for the budget element, what we end up having to pay them as a divorce bill. I am hearing from very reliable sources that the French and German governments have come to the view that what they want us to pay as a severance payment is 100 billion euros. Now, we thought that the maximum, it's an enormous amount of money, we thought the maximum that the rest of the EU was looking for was 60 billion. And just to be clear, British government ministers Theresa May already regarded that as far too high. I cannot conceive of any circumstances in which they would agree to pay 100 billion euros, but especially not when the rest of the EU is saying we can't even begin to talk about a trade deal until the money is settled. So these Brexit talks do look more and more like a car crash. I think the risk of us tumbling out without a deal is, actually, as Juncker is reported to believe, now greater than 50-50. It also explains why we saw that German government-inspired leaking of these rather difficult Brexit talks last week, because it does look as though the Germans in particular want to put Theresa May on the back foot.
OK, fascinating stuff. 100 billion. That certainly is a story. Thank you very much indeed.